Hey everybody, how you all doing today? And my name is the Wolf, and thank you so much for coming to join us on this a really amazing video what we've actually got for you. So this video is actually going to be talking about how to do a fully 100% guaranteed automatic farm where you don't need no more the redstone rails, including chests, rail carts either. So literally this video is actually going to show you on how to build this here and what you're actually needing to do, and with a full description on how it actually works. So this is actually 5 levels high. So it's actually quite a bit of an amazing thing. Now I'm actually recording this actually from the SMP server, what I actually live stream from. So this is just to really show you guys on what the actual process is to actually do this kind of build. So of course now we need bees, we need dispensers, allays, villagers, a lot of wheat seeds, and including flowers and etc. So from where the farmland is up to that one there is actually about 6 blocks in total from that level to this level here. So it's quite a compact on height wise, which is actually really quite amazing. So let's just very quickly just pop over to this section here, and now I am actually a mod on the server, so literally that's why I've used a little bit of the commands for that just very quickly, and also very basic redstone. So we will be jumping into the creative world to actually show you the farm what we got there for you, to actually show you what it's actually all about. But before we do that, let's just very quickly pop down here to the standard area. Now, I've not actually been in this area for quite a while, to be honest with you, because I've been working on other projects elsewhere on the server. Now, those 5 levels of farms with the honeycomb, the bottles of honey, including all the necessities of the wheat as well. In about 5-6 hours, we can actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 double chests full, just with 6 hours of AFKing in the area. So it's actually quite a extensive stealthing. Now I actually need to sort these out here, actually, to remove these out. So we do actually have quite a really amazing system here, but where the hell am I going? So literally let's just show you the 5 levels. So we was actually in the first level there, and we've got a second level, third, fourth, and a 5th level right up at the top, all having redstone in the same area, and all coming down with hoppers on the outside. Now you can actually change that into a dropper with a clock redstone on the outside, so it goes into the hopper, drops down into like a glass tunnel, into some water, and straight into the system for storage. So that's a potential way for you to actually make this system work a bit more. Now I've opted in for hoppers on this one, because it just makes it a bit more easier for us, because that's just what we like. So literally, yeah, this is what we actually built here. So let's actually just pop on here again. So you do need to have quite a few things of your farmland, your wheat, 4 villagers, a number of bees and alleys and stuff like that. So let's just very quickly jump over to the creative world. And I will actually show you for one what we built there, and actually then teach you how to build it and actually walk through all the little bits actually to do with the actual system on how it works. So let's just jump over there now very quickly. I will see you very digitally in a quick flip over. Hey guys, hello. So we're actually in a creative world here on a flat world. Now I did actually try this on a different flat world, but it just didn't seem to work properly for some reason. So we had to do this here with all the mobs and everything else. So quite annoying. But that's okay, that's fine, I don't mind that. So it literally this here was actually designed by one of the other mods for the Discord server, which you will be able to find the link down below, and also for the SMP server, CT Mum. She actually designed this because she wanted a fully automated farm without having too much redstone underneath to what you would normally have with rails and carts and chests and everything else. So she wanted something a bit more easy to build in one way with less redstone. But also wanted to try and make it fully 100% automated with the three things are your villagers, bees, and also your allies. Now this build is not really a starter build, okay? It's actually more of your mid build area, because you need to go into the nether to get certain stuff for like certain things, and you also need to go over to then collect your allies from your outpost as well. So this is a really like a midway kind of game build, but it's actually quite a simple build to do anyway. So we are actually going to show you on how to do this right now. It's like I said, it is actually 6 size, so it's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. That level of glass there is like your next level up, okay? And you then got your main area here, which is your farm. So what we're actually going to be doing is here very quickly, let's just grab all the little major things what we're needing, okay? Just to get this base area set up, let's just grab a quick as well. So initially how this actually works is it's quite a bit of a weird one, because when you place your honey into a certain area, so your beehives, okay, to get your honey, that actually indicates to your comparator. So you beehives there behind this block here, it registers from you, and beehive, it sends a redstone signal into your comparator. As that fills up, it then places a signal into each one of these bits of redstone, okay, and it then comes up and then dispenses a item you've actually placed in these here. So I have actually got in these first 4 here 9 stacks of bottles, and these here is 9 shears in each of these here. So that should do quite a few hours of AFK in the area, and when it does it, it pushes it through, collects everything out of these here, then your allies then actually come on and actually collects it. So let's start building this anyway, just to show you how easy it is kind of to actually build. So first of all, what we're needing to do is, okay, we're needing to place 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. On your 6th level, okay, you need to come out by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 of your farmland or your dirt, because you do need to owe it to get your farmland. Place a set of stairs and waterlog it, okay, with water. So this is the usual 8 plus you 1 for your farmland. You're actually needing 4 of them. So that's 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then straight round to here, straight round to here. Then here, waterlog it. Then just give that a quick O, like that. Then again on this one, so 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then over to your 5th one. And you then need to place your stairs and waterlog it like that. And then here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then over to your 5th. Then just wrap this up like that, and just like that there. So you then need to fill all this in to make sure it's actually the full size and that's what you're actually needing it to be. So when we do this, so that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is perfect for your 4 villagers, to which you're needing to have then 2, 3, 4. For some reason, villagers don't really want to be working properly in creative for some reason. More recently, and when I first initially started playing Minecraft, villagers was actually a lot more easier to actually deal with in creative mode, and it just ended up being a total pain recently. So it's definitely quite interesting. So let's just get all this filled in very quickly here. So what we'll do, I will whip first of all I will get this done. I will be back shortly when all this farm land area has been completed. Okay then guys, so this has all been set up. So we've actually got our 4 main farm areas, okay, which is your 8 plus your 1, so that's 4 on each side of the water source going round. So it's actually a 9 by 9 square, so you actually need 4 of those, so it's actually 18 by 18. So as you're referring on to this here, okay, we need to go 1, 2 and 3, then build a wall 3i, so it's 3 width and 3i. So at this time you can actually choose what side you want your entrance into your farm to be. Okay, so the first 2 blocks here, okay, is actually for your for all your initial parts, for your dropper, or sorry, dispenser, and your honey as well. This is one that you need to go back in 3 blocks. So when you get this done, okay, right here, just choose one side. Okay, I like to do it on the left hand side. You can actually do it on the right hand side quite easily. So let's just bring this out just by on this side here. So when you do this, okay, right, you've actually then got your 2 blocks. You're then going to have an upper to go down. You then got your music block, and you then got 2 what are they called again now? 2 observers. So you actually need a 4 empty block area like this. So you can actually just easily fill this section in here. Now, to fully work out how much other blocks you need. Just really all depends how many levels you want it to go up. If it's going to be just a 1 level, if it's a 5 level, if it's like 10 levels you want him to go up by, that's perfectly fine, that is. So it's like I said, we need him to come 3 blocks back and then place our wall in. So where that 3 block area is here, this is where the upper is going to be, plus your chest and only you needing then a block from there to your wall empty so that you can go in quite easily. And this needs to be then 3i. So you can just whip up your 3i place like this quite easily. It's like I said, this is quite a simple build, but it is more for your mid game for this. Now this does work on bedrock, and it also works on server or single player. So really depending on which way that you want to do this. Now back here, you're needing to place 2 blocks, temporary block, then 1 there. Up here, you need to place 1 block. You then need to miss 1 and do it again. So 2 blocks, temporary, 1 on top, and 1 up on the wall. The gap, there will be another block going there, which is going to be glass. So you just need to do that all the way along until you've got a gap at the end on this side here. So it will finish there. So you should actually have 8 of these redstone component areas. Now make sure that you've got enough room to work with at the back, just by like extending the platform, and then use glass so you can actually see the redstone if you're wanting to see it. I prefer glass because it's a lot nicer to have. So here we can now get rid of these here now. Okay, we still need your building block for it. You're needing your redstone dust, your comparators, and you then also need your glass as well. So we're just sorting out all the redstone side of things first, okay, on this build. Okay, and I just forgot one block there. So the best way in that to do your comparators, if you actually go between 2, aim so that you've got your back of the block here and the front of your block here. Make sure you've got your 2 parts of your comparator there, plus your 1 at the front. Doing it between the 2 makes it easier to place. So straight into here, onto there, and onto there, right? You may have to initially, of course, and you'll be doing it from like down here. So let's just show you how easy it is. So aim for that pixel there up at the end, and like this one here onto there. Okay, and it's just that simple. So this block here, this pixel right here, and then this pixel right here. Okay, and that's just as simple as that. So we now no longer need our comparators. Next, what we're needing to do is to place your glass. Your glass goes on top of there like so. Okay, your redstone will work through glass. Okay, so it will go up and it will form everything. Okay, you need your glass there. With this, you then need to place your redstone down. So 1, 2, and 1 on top of the glass, and then these 2 blocks here, so it goes on top of the wall. There's a reason for that. When you place your dispenser, okay, on the other side of the wall, you needing that connection between the redstone and that a dispenser for that, so it actually works properly. The theory behind doing it this way, okay, with your comparators, when you place your beehive in front of your comparator here, and it fills up, it actually produces a redstone signal. So that redstone signal will actually help you to produce everything what you actually need in for this. So I would recommend right here to build up your 4 glass sections here straight away. Okay, then come straight across the entire section here. Okay, just to block that section in. You can, if you wanted to, you can actually just place a random block in these gaps here where there's no redstone and connection coming into it. Now that we've got that sorted out, we need to come back in and we need to then get our dispenser, bring that up, and we then also need to bring in our beehives. You can get your beehives by getting your bees nest and then breeding them in a in a breeding station for your bees. Make sure that you have got enough in there for that, and you can place them in, then breed them as needed, but these do actually need to be facing down. You then place your beehive underneath each one of these. Okay, but before you do that, make sure that you've got your system full, like I have done with that one there, because it does make it a lot more easier. Now, what we're going to be doing is here, we're going to be placing these blocks around, but we're actually going to be coming out with one gap there. That gap is actually for your flowers to go into some dirt, because you will need those flowers. So when you actually start producing your honey for your farm, okay, you will need that that little tiny thing for your flowers, for your bees to actually come along and get. So everybody knows that with bees, it pollinates flowers and other things, and that's what's happening in these farms. So the bees will come over here, they will get the flower pollen, come over, and they'll actually start pollinating the farm area, which makes it a lot easier to then deal with. So we just got rid of those two there. We still got this here for now, just in case we need it. So here we're going to get our note block. We're going to get our observer. We're needing a hopper and also a honey block. So when we just put down here very quickly, let's just place some temporary blocks in, okay? Because we're needing to place our hopper there, okay? You could actually move this back actually a bit more, and that if you really wanted to, which I am probably going to do. So you can either have it level with this wall here or this section here, with this part of the wall here. So I'm actually going to be placing it onto this one here. Next on top of that is your honey block. Soon after that, okay, we're then needing to then place our note block. The note block will then go beside the hopper. Okay, just like that. Okay. Next, what we're needing to do, we're needing to then place these in. Okay. So your observers, okay, for this, the arrow needs to point into here first, okay, and then this one here, so it continuously produces a note. Your allies will need that to work properly. Never block your note block off, okay? Always cover it and actually surround it properly, because it will work a lot more better. Trust me, it is a pain to try and fix that little mistake. And then just place a glass block on top of here as well, just like that. So we are going to actually leave this back end here open. We've actually closed it on that one there. But your big main area which you're needing to cover is actually this area. So this area here is actually going to be your farm area. Okay. Make sure that you still got your light going in, so you can use sea lanterns, you can use frog lights if you've got just any form of light which you can place in as a block, because that will make things a lot more easier for the lighting of the area. Because of the grass being at the back, you will get spawn of mobs, which we don't want to have zombies spawning, because then that's your farm ruined. So make sure that you do actually have a proper efficient lighting into this. So let's just get all this built up here, okay, and we'll then come back and then show you how to do everything else on this farm. So yeah, so we see you very literally in a moment. Okay guys, so we've actually now got that sorted, so we don't really need these bits here right now. So what we do need now is to get your composter. So on this here, you need your composter like so. Get your light source. So I'm going to use sea lanterns here, and you then also need some trapdoors. Okay, it doesn't really matter what kind of trapdoors and that you're going to be using for this. It doesn't really matter of that. So we've got then our 4 composters in place, and we're now needing to place then so like a temporary block here, but I'm just going to be, so let's actually make that a temporary block there. So place a temporary block on each one of your composters. Place your light source straight above. So on our farm over there, we've actually used 2 light sources coming down, and with then a temporary block going into there. So we now don't need those. So your trapdoor, what you're needing to do is your first light source coming round. So it's actually your second block above your composter. Make sure all 4 sides, including 4 corners, are actually filled. Remove your temporary block. Okay, so your villagers can still get in to get the job as being a farmer. Okay. But it will then still help then to produce enough light, especially for this back grass area here, because of mobs. If you're actually quite concerned with that, do place some other blocks of light up on the ceiling area if you need it, because that's just so much more better for that. So we can just take that one off there. Okay, and do that there, grab this, do that there, and do that there. So we've got these here all done, and it's all been sorted. So we now no longer need that. We will need the hopper again shortly. Go and then get yourself some flowers. Okay, so you should have some flowers nearby, and that if you're lucky. And you then need altogether 18 flowers. And these need to come onto the grass area. This is going to help your overall farm to work sufficiently enough. So that's all your flowers there. If you're actually transporting villagers in, and that because you're not going to do this in a creative on a single world or onto a server, make sure when you breed your villagers up and that to bring them into this area, make sure that they've got nothing into their inventory. So bring one up at a time, okay? Let them plant stuff in, okay, if they've got anything at all, and just remove everything and collect what they've dropped, or do it in a different location, then bring them in. Make sure then that you give them all the wheat seeds which they need to fill up their inventory. So as soon as you've got all that there done, okay, they're not going to then pick up your wheat, because that is the real major issue with this. Okay, so like I've done on the SMP server, which we were there at the start of this video, and I cover there's a load of mobs underneath there, which is quite annoying, because it's just one of those things. So yeah, so make sure that you do this and actually sleep as well, and that to make sure then that your villagers don't get turned into zombies and all that. But like I said, this is more of a midway game anyway, so you will pretty much have everything all kind of sorted for that. So a lot of people do like honey in Minecraft because it helps them to do a lot of the builds. This is why I wanted to show this with permission from the creator CT mom. She actually gave us some permission to record this video, build it, and actually explain how it works. So what we are going to do is we're going to get all these wheat seeds actually planted in, and if you hear a cat meowing, that is the cat what I've got out of the property at this moment of time. So there's a reason why that I still got the cat here, literally at this moment. But I'm not going to be getting into it literally on this video. So when we've got all this then all in place, okay, we are then going to then start bringing in all our other parts. So your allies, you can breed them up, okay, with the with crystals. So yeah, so you can actually breed up all your allies with crystals, and make sure that you've either got all your bees actually in your beehives, all ready to go, and making sure that you've got all your dispensers actually filled up as well. So let's actually just take out the upper. So this is what we're going to do. So I don't need that no more. So what we're going to do now is we are actually now going to get wheat. I would recommend for you to have 2 allies with wheat, and then 2 allies for your honeycomb if you want in, and 2 with the honey bottles. You can get away with 1 of each of these here, but I quite like even numbers, so so that's why and that we're actually going to be doing it that way. So I can't even spell now today. So that we're needing to get our allies, we're then also needing to get our bees. Okay, of course I'm actually in creative here, so I can actually use the spawn eggs for this. So when you get your allies, okay, you place that ally down and you just give them an item to what you want them to have. Okay, so I'm actually going to use 2 allies for the bottles, 2 allies for the honeycomb, then 2 allies for your wheat, if you're wanting to do it that way. Let me just give them that there. So that's now our allies done. Now as for the bees, okay, you will have bees in your system anyway, so let's just grab a few little bees to go into there. So I'm just going to spawn them in and that, to make sure that we've got actually enough bees actually in here for this. But you don't really need this many, to be honest with you, but I just spawned a load in because it just makes it easier. So initially how now this works, when the honey gets filled into here, it will send the redstone back into the redstone comparator, and that will then send out a signal, and it will then release all the parts in your dispensers there. I'm actually going to very quickly place in 4 villagers. They're now going to go and do their job. Now, okay, they're going to get a little area. So pretty much that there is the entire thing for this. So let's go back into creative again. And yeah, so the beehive area is actually here. On the opposite side of this block here, it will send a signal into this, and when it fills up, it will send out another signal coming up onto the far end, just like this one does over here. So you know when it's working when these lights are on, because it will state that it's got honey in there, and it will then come up round and get that sorted. Your villagers will remove all the wheat and all that, then replant and do some more, then keep on going around like that. It might take a few moments and that for it to all kick in properly, but it is actually a really good system to actually have. This is literally a 100% automatic farm. You no longer need your minecart with uppers or your chesting. You don't need your powered rail normal or any form of rails. In fact, okay, you don't need these normal with this kind of system, because these here can actually get quite laggy at times, to be honest with you, and it is so annoying because you don't really want to be having these on like servers too much, right? You're needing to find a way which is going to be suited for this. Literally this is pretty much the system. If you're wanting to put more levels on, like don't put this glass on, just rebuild this entire farm again, literally on top, and keep going up as high as you want, making sure that you still got all your bees, you've got all your alleys set up, making sure that there's no gaps so that they can't get out. So like these here now I've got honey in, so all these redstone bits here I've got honey. Okay, other ones without redstone lights on haven't got honey. This one here is actually now slowly coming round, so that you can actually tell that it's that it's working, right? Because it's just like that, and it's just such a beautiful system to actually work with. It really is. And I'm actually so glad on that I'm actually working with CT on stuff, and this is actually a design. Now I haven't got the sound on this, and because the beginning of the bots there and that for the note bots, it's so annoying sometimes, so you might have to turn it down. But you do need to do this setup with your note blocks, with your what they're called again, with your hub servers and all that, all going round. When you go up higher and you're wanting to use uppers, right, just bring it out into the side part and just bring them down. That is literally the only way that you can really get your items into chest, especially from above, like you're seeing on the other one. So like I said, this here is literally a 100% guaranteed automatic 3 farms in one, with very little redstone, besides these 8 little bits here, and you cannot go wrong at all, and you don't have to really worry about it, besides like coming in, filling up these sections here. Unfortunately, there's no other way in that to get around that, unfortunately. But there is always a possibility. If you do want to come in, by the way, into these areas, make sure that you've actually got some blocks with you. So pop in, block it all off, okay, just like this. Right, always try and keep that there blocked off, and that if you can, then just pop in, and that's it. Then straight in like that. Okay, do whatever you're wanting to do. Come back out here again, right? The alley there will eventually go. Do not. So yeah, you will work it out as much as possible. Trust me, it's actually really quite a simple thing. That's one that you always put those blocks there, and that you see, because you don't want alleys to be such a pain. There we go. Just wait until they go back out there to get that done. Then just come back out, and when you're ready to go back in again, just block yourself in again. So it keeps them all into this one little area here with the bees, alleys, and all that. So as for this farm, and actually this little tutorial, I hope that you've really enjoyed it. I hope this goes live and that before Halloween, and if it does, have a beautiful Halloween holiday, guys, wherever you are around the world. There will be another episode from our single player world, and yet again, thank you, and thank you so much on that to all of the support as well with all the new followers. It's been really amazing. I just love you guys and that to bits. So stay safe, have fun, and Wolf out, actually. So we see you all later. Bye. Hey guys, this is Edit Wolf here. So after editing the video for this build, I just had to come back on again after the main creator MCT actually informed me that we did something wrong on the build. So literally we're just wanting just to come in right here just to try and fix this up as quickly as possible. So there's actually just a couple of things wrong with this. What we're needing to do is here, and there shouldn't be a glass block on top of the honey, and also these trapdoors here actually need to come down by 1. So literally, if you already built this already, please be aware that you will need to just move these trapdoors down and remove the glass from the honey area, and that should be fine then, because these trapdoors here should actually stop the farmers from coming in. So that's why these need to actually come down just like a little bit. So that's what we're just kind of like doing right now, to be honest with you. But otherwise, everything else should be working perfectly fine, and you shouldn't really have no major issues with the actual farm. So literally, if you already built this already, just put back in again and just move these down just a little bit, because that was just a little bit of a mistake from my side. Not actually the design from CT, but this was actually generally my mistake while actually building this. So just had to make sure we actually got that covered straight away with you guys. So for the original video, what we did place up, we actually moved off. So we did actually on this day as being online for that. So it is actually quite an interesting thing. So I know that we should be getting some stuff coming down into here, you see. So I do just actually want to just actually very quickly to see how much stuff we've actually got coming up. And why is there a farm? Why have we got a farmer there for? Did we lose a farmer for some reason? How is one of my farmers got out of this here? No, there's two there, so that must have come from that one over there or from over here. Ah, that's why, because we got a village there. We got a village there. So what we're just going to do very quickly, let's just very quick just place a just like a quick double chest onto here, because I know that the system is working, but I don't know how well it's working, to like say at least. So hopefully this here should be working now. So just remove the glass from one there, so it goes in, and then just move these down a little bit as well, and you should be fine. So that should work really quite well with everything in general. So let's just do that there. So this is just a quick view into just to show you while we were building that over there over that period of time, which was only about an hour, but it's not really sorted out for wheat because this is in creative side. But your farmers will take off all the wheat anyway and place it through into the system. So this is the Edit Wolf signing out. So we see you all soon.